What is success?
Restful nights.
No dreaming numbers. Full class. Full class. So typically, right, success is like, oh yeah, I forgot, I've got the bank rolling, which money is important, right? It's rolling in. I have the 4 or 5 yoga studios. Sometimes that's viewed as success. I laugh when people go, so are you opening up another one? No. Not. Right? I got this right here. This is my success. I'm still open in 7 years. Right? So success basically is perspective. And as you, right, as the entrepreneur, as the business person, you have to figure out what success looks like for you and what it means for you. The standard of what society is may not be the standard that fits your own personal, idea and belief. Yeah? The other thing that I think that is like warping our minds around success is what? What do you think?
How many likes you get on social media?
Say that again.
How many likes you get on social media?
How many likes you get on social media, or how many followers you have. Oh my God. And trust me, I look at those numbers too. Don't get me wrong, I'm like, okay. And and it's most of the time, and this is part that's really generated by a lot, and I'll be really honest, is that the reason that I, right, as what would be called a social media influencer, right? The reason that I look at my social media numbers is because I have businesses that send a questionnaire to my management team, and and then I see my management team, what they send back to them with my social media profile. And that will determine how much I get paid, or even if they want me to be their influencer. I'm like, well, how about if I want to be with you? Can I get your numbers? Oh, my numbers are higher than yours. Right? So it just warps my mind around that. It's not about what content is Faith putting up. Is it aligned with and connected to the messages of what the product is? Yeah? So success isn't always directly connected to my success. When I say success, my personal success is not directly connected to the numbers that I see on social media. My success is defined by my intuition, my personal goals, and my purpose. Why am I doing this? I'm gonna still do this with or without social media. I'm gonna show up, I may teach one person, or that happens, or I may teach freaking 10,000 people. Doesn't matter. My message, my passion and my commitment to this is always going to be the same. Now, if other businesses, meaning the ones that are feeding this social media thing or feeding, right, this influencer thing, if they actually looked into the depths of people that are providing content, instead of being shocked like months later, you're like, oh yeah, that's not what we were thinking. Yeah, didn't match up. The other thing that success is sometimes dictated by are our history and our own personal insecurities, and also our messages that we receive from other people, i.e. our family and some of our closest friends. I kind of like the fact that my family doesn't know very much about social media, other than like my brother, he does, but he uses social media to post other people's stuff around politics, which is cool. That's good. That's his thing. And then my mother always goes, the Facebook. So it's very clear that she's clueless. And then she'll tell me, so-and-so said that you did this. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me, Mama? She's like, you know I'm not on social media. Or I'll ask her, so Mama, who told you that? She's like, I don't know. You know I'm not on that Facebook thing. You know. So people give her updates. And, you know, millennials. They're there. So the thing to remember, as much as this device is not going anywhere, it just may get smaller, but I don't know how. More art? No, I will not do the integration thing on my arm. Not. Or I'm not really into the wristband. I don't like electronics around my wrist, so I'm not even doing that. That's like the next thing. Typing it in on your arm. And then it just flashing by your contacts, the content that you need.
Typing voice control.
Yeah, you don't even, you all, that is definitely, we use Siri and we use Alexa, right? Love Alexa. Alexa, add it to my list, and it's there. And then I go, Alexa, buy dog food for Sebastian, right? And she does it. You know, Alexa, bring yoga to my house. Here's your yoga class for today. You know, with faith, right? You just like, technology is going to continue to evolve, is basically what I'm saying. And so we just have to kind of stake our ground around who we are, be true and authentic to ourselves and our messaging that's going out, and then figure out how you can utilize technology to share your message. And so that's my approach. And it's always been easy, because I feel some of you when you're like, I hate social media or I hate posting. It's always been easy for me to market and promote other people, other businesses. Oh, it's easy. And even now, like I get antsy sometimes with the studio, because I know the studio is not me. It has its own voice and it communicates its own thing. But then I see it, something I'm like, oh, I wouldn't say that, you know, or I see a photo and I get all, and I'm like, exhale. You are not the studio. It's not your message, right? But when it comes to my own personal stuff, sometimes it takes me an hour to figure out that post. The other day, it took me 3 days to figure out how I was going to post it. The one I did yesterday, it took me days, because I sat on it and I was like, I don't want to be that, you know, that woman right now, but I want to post it with still that energy. And then, like, you know, then I'm like, I still want my message to get clear. And then I was like, and then I get mad again, you know, because of where I was. And it's just like, so it was like that internal dialogue. Typically it takes it could take an hour. And then there are some days the post, writing the content for it, will take me 5 minutes. But the thing that I do is that I try not to obsess around how long it is taking me. Just know that I need to do it, because I am sharing my personal message. I'm sharing what I have to give, and that may happen only on this platform. Not everyone can show up and receive my Dharma talk in class for that day. Some people need the Dharma talk in their feed, and that's what's going to impact their life. Now, that's not saying that everyone has to do it the way that I do it, or everyone has to be on social media. No. But if you're opting, if once you decide you want to do it, then just and promote your business. Like, it's different if you want, like, one of the people that I love is Ellie. She used to teach here at the studio. She has a personal page, and then she has her yoga page. So I love looking at the differences and the similarities, and I kind of like, you know, her personal one, because it's about her cat and her husband and their moving or their bed or their breakfast, and it's like, oh, they're there, here and there. And then, you know, she'll post a few more things about her dancing, and then you go to her yoga page and it's her gorgeous yoga poses with clothes still on. I just added that little bit. It's different. I mean, I wear a swimsuit from time to time, but, you know, it's authentic. Yeah. I'm trying to get likes. What's your purpose?